Hi, it's the Ball Chef, and today we're making a famous Southern Louisiana dish, shrimp Creole. And to make shrimp Creole, what we're going to do is we're going to start out by making a classic roux, which is made up with a preheated pan with a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil and a 1/4 cup of flour. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this on medium-high and just whisk it around. And this takes some time, folks, to get this roux right, because this is going to go through a couple different stages. Kind of initially it's going to look kind of like a buttercream, and then it's going to go to a brown, and then ultimately it's going to look something kind of like melted milk chocolate. But what we're going to do is you just have to slowly watch this. It's going to take you about 25 minutes to do this, but to get it right down to really what you want, to get this dish where it needs to be, you're going to have to take some time. And if you burn the roux, you're going to want to start over. Now, after about 30 minutes, we finally got the roux to almost the right consistency. This, like I said, takes some time, it takes some practice to get it to this stage. A lot of times when I do my gumbo, I even take it further, almost to a black. This is not burnt, and it's just about right where we want it. Okay. Now that we've got our roux going, we're going to take the holy trinity of all Cajun cooking, which is a 1/4 chopped white onion, 2 stalks of celery finely chopped, and a 1/2 of a green pepper finely chopped. You don't want a coarse cut on this because you want these vegetables to basically melt into the Creole. You don't want them too pronounced. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put those right in with my roux. Those will take, spin around a little bit here. We're going to sweat these vegetables out a little bit. Really getting some nice color here. And at this point, what we're going to do is take 3 cloves of finely chopped garlic and put that in with our roux mix. We're going to stir that around, and we're going to cook this like this for about 5 minutes. Now that our vegetables have gone about 5 minutes, we've basically sweated a lot of the flavor out. The onions are starting to get caramelized, and this is when you're going to want to start taking it to the next step. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add about 1 cup of fish stock, our seafood stock, to our mixture here, and we're going to stir that around, and going to basically deglaze that pan a little bit. And what we're going to want to do next is we're going to want to add our spice pack to it. For this spice pack, I'm going to use a tablespoon and 1/2 of cayenne pepper. Now that might sound like a lot. You can adjust that to your own personal taste, but I like my shrimp Creole a little on the spicy side. A bay leaf. We're going to put in a 1/2 of a tablespoon of black pepper, and then I like to use the Lunch Creole seasoning, which is salt. It's got some more cayenne pepper in it, probably has MSG, but I put about a tablespoon of that in there. Then of course, in my gumbo recipe, I'll put in about a tablespoon of Cajun filet powder. We'll put that right in to our boiling pot here. And just to make sure that we kick the spice up on this just right, we're going to take and put in about 3 dashes of good old Tabasco sauce. Now that we got this going, final step is to take a 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes, and we're going to put that right in to our simmering stock here. We're going to stir this around, and we're going to let this cook for about a half an hour on medium heat. Now that this has gone about 30 minutes, this Creole is basically about ready to add the shrimp, and it's really key that the shrimp are added at the very last stage of the cooking of this Creole, because you don't want to overcook your shrimp. They're going to be tough and it's going to ruin the dish. All of the vegetables have basically disintegrated at this point. It's drawn out all the flavors of everything, and we're ready to start putting the shrimp in. Okay, now what I've done is I've put in about 2 pounds of 28 count Texas white Gulf shrimp. Hopefully they don't have any BP light crude in them, but they look pretty fresh when I bought them. And what we're going to do is we're going to stir these around and cook them for about 4.5 minutes, and then we'll be ready to come back and plate this dish. So we're about 4.5 minutes in on the shrimp. We're getting ready to take this off the heat, and what we're going to do is we've made up enough of this shrimp Creole for a party of 4. So there'll be about 1.25 cups of shrimp Creole sauce to go over our prepared Uncle Ben's rice. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up about 1.25 cups of this, and then we'll plate it and take a look at it. Alright, we've got about a cup of Uncle Ben's rice here, and about 1.5 cups of our shrimp Creole that we're just going to put right over the little rice centerpiece. Pretty good sized proportion. And then we're going to decorate this with just a little bit of freshly chopped parsley. And this dish smells just absolutely incredible. Wow. Wow. It's bordering on spectacular. Again, thanks for watching. This is the Ball Chef, and bon appetit.